You ask your friend if they like the gift you spent weeks choosing. They smile and say, "I love it." But for a fraction of a second, you see something else. A flicker of disappointment. Your boss praises your latest project in a team meeting, but their smile doesn't quite reach their eyes. There's a tightness in their lips you can't ignore. This strange feeling, this gap between the words people say and the truth their faces tell, this is the world most of us live in. A fog of polite lies and social masks. We navigate our most important relationships, at work, with friends, with family, essentially blind. We hear the words, but we miss the music. But what if you could see through the fog? What if you could spot these hidden truths? This isn't a superpower from a comic book. It's a learnable skill based on decades of psychological research. We're talking about micro-expressions, involuntary, intensely honest flashes of emotion that betray what we're really thinking and feeling. They last for less than half a second. A blink and you'll miss it emotional leak. They are the universal language of the human face, identified and codified by the legendary psychologist, Dr. Paul Ekman. Why do they happen? It's a battle inside your own brain. Your ancient emotional limbic system reacts instantly to a stimulus. It screams, "I'm angry," or "I'm scared," and flashes that emotion on your face. But then, your modern, logical prefrontal cortex, the social manager, jumps in and says, "Whoa, hold on, don't show that." It slaps on a polite smile or a neutral expression. But for that fraction of a second, the truth was visible. This is the micro-expression. Learning to spot them is what separates the average observer from the top 1%. It's about seeing the message your limbic system sent before your social cortex censored it. So, are you ready to learn the 7 universal expressions that will change the way you see people forever? Let's begin. Number 1, contempt. This one is subtle, but devastating. It's the only unilateral expression, meaning it happens on one side of the face. Look for one lip corner pulled up and back. It's a half smile, but it's not happy. It's the face of moral superiority. Example, you pitch an idea to a colleague. They nod and say, "That's an interesting approach." But as they say, "interesting," you see that one-sided smirk. Flash, what it means. They don't respect your idea. They might even feel superior to you. Their words are a social courtesy. Their face is the truth. This is a crucial signal in negotiations or teamwork. Number 2, suppressed disgust. The cue is a slight wrinkling of the nose and a raising of the upper lip, as if smelling something bad. Disgust is a powerful emotion of rejection. It's not just about bad food. It can be about a person's actions, ideas, or values. Example, a politician is asked about a rival's policy. They say, "I respect my opponent's right to their opinion." But for a moment, their nose wrinkles. What it means. They find the policy, or perhaps the rival themselves, morally or ideologically repulsive. Their words are diplomatic, but their gut reaction is rejection. Number 3, masked anger. This is one of the most important to spot. The signs are subtle but clear. Eyebrows lowered and drawn together, a hard stare, and lips pressed firmly together or thinned. Anger is often the emotion people try hardest to hide, especially in professional or polite settings. But it leaks out. Example, you tell your partner you have to work late again. They sigh and say, "It's fine, I understand." But you see their jaw clench and lips disappear into a thin line. What it means, it is not fine. They are angry. The issue isn't resolved, it's just been suppressed. Unaddressed anger can destroy relationships. Spotting this is an invitation to communicate, not to retreat. Number 4, fleeting fear. This is the brain's alarm system. The eyebrows raise and pull together, the upper eyelids lift, and the lips stretch horizontally back towards the ears. It's a reaction to a perceived threat, whether physical, emotional, or social. It's the face of, "Oh no." Example, a manager announces some organizational changes in a meeting. An employee nods calmly, but for a split second, his eyes widen and his brows shoot up. What it means, he's afraid for his job. He feels threatened by the uncertainty. His calm demeanor is a performance. Understanding this fear can allow a good manager to provide reassurance. Number 5. Concealed sadness. This is perhaps the most empathetic signal you can learn to read. The key indicators are the inner corners of the eyebrows being drawn up and together, and the corners of the mouth pulling slightly down. Even when someone is trying to be strong or insists they're okay, the facial muscles associated with sadness can betray them. Example: you ask a friend who recently went through a breakup how they're doing. They give a weak smile and say, "I'm getting by." But you see their inner eyebrows pull up in that characteristic shape. What it means: they are in pain. They are putting on a brave face, but they are hurting. This is not a cue to pry, but an opportunity to offer genuine, quiet support. I'm here if you want to talk. Number 6. The surprise twist. Genuine surprise is the briefest of all expressions. Eyebrows curve and raise high, eyes widen, and the jaw drops open. Here's the key that only the top 1% know. If the surprise expression is held for more than a second, it's almost certainly fake. It's performed surprise. Example: you throw a surprise party for a friend who you suspect already knew about it. They walk in, their eyes go wide, their mouth drops open, and it stays that way for a full 3 seconds as they look around the room. What it means: they are performing for the benefit of others. They knew. This isn't necessarily malicious. It's often a kind gesture to not spoil the fun. But it shows the difference between an authentic reaction and a social script. And finally, number 7. The Duchenne smile. This is the one you can't fake. This is the tell for genuine happiness. Anyone can pull the corners of their mouth up. That's a social smile, a Pan Am smile. A real smile, a Duchenne smile, involves not just the mouth, but the muscles around the eyes. The orbicularis oculi. It's what creates crow's feet at the corners of the eyes. This eye crinkling is almost impossible to produce voluntarily. It's the sign of true, felt joy. Example: compare a cashier's polite, "Have a nice day" smile with the smile of a parent watching their child take their first steps. The first is just a mouth shape. The second lights up the entire face. What it means: when you see a Duchenne smile, you are seeing genuine positive emotion. It's a powerful moment of connection. Learning to spot it helps you recognize who and what truly brings joy to the people around you. So now you know the 7 signals: contempt, disgust, anger, fear, sadness, surprise, and happiness. Your brain is now primed to see them. But how do you practice? First, become a quiet observer. Watch interviews, debates, or even reality TV with the sound off. Focus only on the face, especially during high-stakes questions. Don't try to analyze in real time at first. Just notice. Did you see a flicker? Rewind. Watch it again in slow motion if you can. Train your brain to recognize the patterns. Second, and this is the most important rule, do not play gotcha. This skill is not a weapon for you to accuse people. Aha! I saw your micro-expression of contempt. You hate my idea. Doing this will only make people defensive and destroy trust. A micro-expression is not a complete story. It's a clue. It's a single word in a complex sentence. Context is everything. The pro-level move is not to confront, but to get curious. If you see a flash of fear when you mention a deadline, don't say, "You're scared." Instead, ask a clarifying question. How are you feeling about that timeline? Is there anything we can do to make it more manageable? If you see concealed sadness when a friend says they're fine, don't say, "You're sad." Gently create a safe space. Well, you know I'm always here if you ever feel like you're not fine. This skill isn't about becoming a human lie detector. It's about developing a profound level of empathy and emotional intelligence. It's about understanding the unspoken struggles, the hidden anxieties, and the secret joys that people carry with them every day. It's about connecting with the real, vulnerable human behind the carefully constructed mask. The world is noisy with words, but it's in the silences, in the fleeting flickers of the face, that you can truly begin to understand others. Welcome to the top 1%.